He's just a good old boy who loves burning rubber and driving fast.
Well, it's actually not as bad outside today, but I'm going to tell y'all, these four walls are getting a little old. Y'all are probably tired of me working on this, but I'm going to tell the truth. I love working on this thing. We're getting stuff done that I probably let slide and shouldn't have. But the UPS, FedEx, whoever brought this stuff just showed up. Look, I got a couple of boxes from Edelbrock, Comp Cams, Russell. This come from the old Amazon. Real quickly, I'll show you what that is, then we'll get into the real stuff. This goes back to Dentley. I broke one of these. So I bought this whole piece just for that. Anyway, enough of that. In here is our project for today. I'm not going to bore you with cutting them open, but I know what's in there and I'll show you here momentarily. I'm just going to tell you right now, it's like Russell brand hose fittings, freaking Christmas. Yep, packages everywhere. You can see a Russell catalog there. I've got some more stuff there, haven't got out yet, but I want to show y'all. Look at this. Look at these Russell AN wrenches. They are so nice. Video is not going to do justice. But me and my buddy Brian, Muscle Car Solutions on YouTube, who handles Russell with Edelbrock Comp Group, these obviously go with that. This is a handy freaking item to have. Everybody on the Top Fuel team keeps an AN wrench in their pocket when we go to the starting line, just in case. If you're not familiar, you should be. Russell has all the AN fittings you can imagine. Man, I can't get over how nice these wrenches are. But Brian was quizzing me about the fuel filtration. Man, that's a big word for me, fuel filtration. These are fresh from Russell. They are super nice. This actually reminds me a whole lot of what we use for an oil filter, believe it or not, on the Top Fuel car. You can take this apart. Matter of fact, I will do that. I'll be right back. I'm going to take this apart and show you how nice this thing is inside. Like a full-on TV production. Put the phone onto the old tripod. So y'all check this out. I'm gonna get up here a little closer. This is a nice metal filter. Obviously you could clean that bad boy out. I'm telling y'all, this thing is freaking nice. I do know I've got two filters here. I didn't actually check it out, but I think one is a 10 micron. I think one's 100. Brian told me to put the 100 back near the tank, and we'll put the, don't hold me to that, 10 towards the front. Basically, one to catch the big chunks and then one to keep the injectors clean from the little bitty stuff. I'm going to put this back together. Probably will show you what me and JC come up with to get fuel out if we ever do a drag and drive. And I know I'm going to catch grief because sick week's happening and I ain't there. But I've got something coming up this week. You'll see as to why I'm not at sick week. Let's go to work. And if you're wondering, yes, I got my ears lowered. Needed it. All right. I got our VP fuel drum sitting here. Got the tailgate down, bed cover up. Wanted to show y'all something that me and JC come up with, because right now we've got VP C16 in here. I am going to add the Russell fuel filters, so I got to get the fuel out. But we had come up with this, so when we're at the racetrack, We can put C16 in, take the pump gas out when I'm driving it around. Obviously, she'll run on 93. Let me show you what we've come up with to do that. So Dentley, can't see it, but right over here there's, I call them a forklift connector that goes to the battery, which is in front of the wheel well there. So we can plug that into the battery. And on the opposite end of that, come here, we put a set of alligator clips. We can do whatever with these. You could power something, you could do whatever. But our real reason for doing that is this. We can plug this right into the Aeromotive fuel pump. Then you take this in, plug in to the forklift connector, and boom, the fuel pump's running. And then here, I'll take the number 10 line off and screw it. I'll take off the return line, number 8 Russell fitting, and I will put that to there, and then I will pump this fuel right back into our drum, and we'll have it empty. So kind of made all this for drag and drive, and yes, I know I should be at sick week, but I'm not. I'm here, and you'll see why. Probably, maybe in this video, the next video, I don't know. But I got somewhere to go. So let me get my little contraption going here. We're going to pump the fuel out of this thing right quick. So I just plugged up, like I say, that goes to the battery, and we know Dentley needs a battery, but anyway. So that plugs there. Took the return line off the fuel tank. The Aeromotive fuel, that's actually all Aeromotive actually. Into the return line, I hooked to our little filter. Boom, right into the drum. That's all there is to that. Now I will just plug those two together. We'll empty the tank. Pretty simple. Here we go. Yeah. That Aeromotive is moving some fuel. I have got it going on. I'm not convinced I want to put these nice Russell filters under the truck. I am really considering putting them on that roll bar right there. But with that being said, I got to get some roll bar clamps. So this is the filter that's been on Dentley, and there's no way for me to really show you, but I blew through our old filter. It takes a lot. This is the 10 micron Russell filter. I can blow right through it. So that immediately makes me go to, is this causing me a performance problem? Probably, because I can't hardly blow through it. This is just like taking a breath. Makes me think about the tune-up now. But I'm having serious indecision. I think I want to put them on the roll bar just because I think they look good. They're a nice product. And I just ordered some roll bar clamps. So what that means, I'm going to put this back where it was. I'm going to order another filter for it, and we're going to have what I think, at least I think at this moment, we're going to have 3 filters on this thing. But I do think that filter is clogged up. Another day at the shop. We are back to TCI. Going in here to see Mr. Jeff Reed and check on our TCI Turbo 400. Gonna pick her up today. I don't know that we'll get it put in Dentley tonight, but we'll see what happens. Let's go see what Jeff's got to tell us about this transmission. All right, we're back. Jeff, what'd you do to this thing? Tell everybody. Everybody want to know what you found, and you kind of showed us before I left.
Well, you know, it fried the forward clutch. Hold up, Tony. It fried the clutches in forward gear. We upgraded, and I think I went with 6 clutches in forward, 6 in high. Of course, it's got 5 in intermediate clutch. Put a little bit better valve body on it. I built it first or second lead valve body. Of course, a deep pan, give you some more fluid capacity and run cooler too. Bump the line pressure up. It's going to run about 230, 40 pound of line pressure up
Nice.
high RPM. So
Nice.
it's good to go.
So what are we doing here? You got Tony fixing to show us something. Tony, what
Yeah.
are we doing?
Tony's going to run it on the dyno.
Run it.
We're measuring pressure, cooler flow, cooler pressure, gallons per minute. So,
Dang, that's cool. So you can change gears and everything while we're doing that?
Yeah.
No kidding. That is really cool. Just like running the motor, ain't it?
yeah. Show him the option, the first and second deal.
All right, this is second lockup.
Wow. That's crazy. That is too cool. How's it hook up without a converter? Just got something that...
It's got a converter in it.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Okay. Just a little guy in there because I can't hardly see it there. That's cool. Man, that's freaking awesome. I've seen these things. I just never really seen them work. That's a serious freaking motor. Do you,
Little 60 horsepower.
is that what it is? 60?
I think so.
Golly. That's cool. That is cool. Now, how often do y'all run these things on dyno?
Every transmission we build goes on
Really?
dyno. Every one, yeah. We got 3 dynos, 2 just like this. Of course, we got the new Mustang dyno over there. It does a lot of electronic stuff. No, every transmission we build goes across the dyno.
Now, that's impressive.
Yeah. That is
that-
a must.
Well, I mean, one thing about it, nobody, you know, when it ships out, you know it's good.
Yep.
So is this what you do all the time, Tony?
All day long.
All day long. I bet them forearms are strong wrestling these things in and out of here.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, we've got data. We've got data in the computer that goes off of a serial number. You know, we can always look back.
Right.
You know, and see
Yeah.
what it does when it went out again.
Yep. One thing I do know, you were probably a lot nicer to it than what I will be.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure.
That is really cool.
We're gonna get it off, get it painted and cleaned up, bagged up, and
Head to Drummond's with it.
head back to Tennessee.
We're back. Fresh Turbo 400 from TCI, bagged up, painted up, ready to go. Now I gotta field dress it, which means put our TCI shield over the thing. You can see here, it has a SFI decal required by the NHRA if you do not have an aftermarket case. So if this thing were to break planetaries and spit them out, that's what that shield's for. It goes on, bolts on. So I got to put that on. I don't have to. I'll put it on in the truck before, but it'll probably be easier if I do it out here. Then we've got a flywheel shield that goes on. That goes on after it's in the truck. I can show you that right here. Well, it's much easier. So basically this piece here, and it's pretty self-explanatory. Obviously, flywheel converter in here, but if it slings the ring gear off, which I've done before, this is there to keep that ring gear from messing with that stomp on the loud pedal foot. That's what that's there for. Right, Millie? Hey, Millie. Millie. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? Parts are here. I also swung by Edelbrock headquarters, which is, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes away from TCI's place, which they are one company. Picked up a couple more fittings that I need because I have made the decision that I am going to put our Russell fuel filters in that area right there. One, I think it'll look cool. Two, serviceability. That's a big word for me too. Serviceability will be easier to get to right there. So that's what we're going to do. Let's go to work. Hey, Millie, you ready to go to work? Huh? You ready to go to work? If you had thumbs, I know you'd help me. You're always out here. Millie, we got it on there, didn't we? Did we? Millie. Rat dog. My rat dog. Yeah, all right. Shield is on. Pretty simple. There are two brackets that bolt up under here to the transmission pan. Two bolts that go here, that go to these straps that go around. And basically, this thing is contained. If you have a planetary failure or something happens, it can poop and stay in one spot and not come through the floorboard. That's why it's NHRA required. Next order of business. Take Dentley up on the lift, get on the Ranger transmission jack, which I'm excited to see if it goes in as easy as it come out, because that was a breeze, like a real breeze. Oh, the one thing we did not talk about is our torque converter. There was nothing wrong with the converter. They cut it apart, looked it over, good to go. TCI torque converter. So we got to put some fluid in that before we put it in. Get it all on the jack, up in the truck. Let's go to work. Well, through the magic of TV or your phone or whatever it is you're watching this on, I am back from the race shop. Y'all have seen, I'm assuming I will post a couple of videos, basically anatomy of a Top Fuel car and getting this seat poured, well, not poured, getting me fitted so they can make the seat to fit me, to make me safer. But I'm back from the shop. There was a couple little clips that I'm gonna drop in right behind this that did not make the anatomy of a Top Fuel car because it was kind of off topic. Anyway, got a few things for Dentley, hoping maybe we'll fire this thing up before this video's over with. Let's go in the shop, get some work done. Y'all thought I was gonna say, let's go to work. Well, that's what we're fixing to do. Yikes. I walk in the shop and look at the disaster that I have left for myself. I find myself in the spot of, I've got multiple things going at one time, and it's like, which one do you tackle first? Obviously, we've got our Russell fuel filter project going. There's no fuel in the truck. I've got lines unhooked, I think I do, underneath. So obviously the truck will not run without gasoline. The next project is our TCI Turbo 400, not in the truck. Even if we have gasoline purified through the new Russell filters, we could start the truck up, but it's not going to go anywhere because no transmission. So I'm trying to decide what is my plan of attack. I ordered from old Amazon some clamps. These are like a little clamp for the roll bar for the Russell filters. And I think that's where I'm going to start, is with that, and make sure my clamp idea will be clamping. And then when we get that project done, we'll move to the transmission. So that's my game plan. Love this stuff. Let's get work done. Yep, tools scattered everywhere. Really important though. Donna brought me a BLT. How about that? Fuel system. Check. Check this out. So here's what we did. A new line from here to our 10 micron Russell to our 100 micron Russell. And we just got some roll bar clamps there and there. Run, what would you call that? Daisy chain. Looks real simple, and it is. The problem was all the clamps that go down through there, and you can't really get in there on Dentley. While I love this bed cover, getting up there, not so simple. So, fuel system, basically complete. I got to raise Dentley up, shoot the old bin pack up, and got a couple more clamps that go to the frame rail. Make sure the fuel lines stay where they're at, but I like it. I hope you do too. Comment down below. Tell me what I did wrong. Tell me how you would do it different, but that's what we're going with. Going underneath. Get those next couple little clamps done, and then TCI Turbo 400 time. One step closer. One thing at a time, people. Although I had multiple projects going. I'm rambling. Back to work. Y'all like that crazy funnel? Can you see it? Piece of clear hose that I heated and bent right down in there with an AN fitting on the end, because the dipstick tube, the hole in it is tiny. It's got a dash 6 AN end on it. Anyway, we are getting close. So, transmission's in. Y'all probably, I don't know how I will edit this, but y'all will probably be coming from time lapse. I hope somewhere in the time lapse you will see the mess that I made. I am coated in transmission fluid, but I didn't want to stop because I figured I'd do it again. But I had the bright idea to fill up the gear vendor on the floor and then put it up in there. Bad idea. But then when I tried to fill it, I overfilled it and it ran out. So my new Edelbrock hoodie smells like TCI transmission fluid, but it don't stink like burnt transmission fluid. Where are we at with Dentley? We are about ready to put some fire in it. I got to go get some 93 pump gas. Y'all have probably on the time lapse, I'm assuming, saw me putting, I think I put 7 quarts of transmission fluid in already. But we also know, talked about this when we were at Gulfport, the battery is dead on Dentley. But right there, haven't opened it yet. I'm excited to open this bad boy. That is a package from the people at Go Lithium. I think I might as well put batteries in while I'm at it. And let's peel this package open, shall we? So my sister Lee connected me with the folks at Go Lithium, and I've never had, the top fuel cars started with lithium batteries, I think. I don't know. But I am excited to check these bad boys out because I know people that run them absolutely love them. All right, let's see what all we got here. Let's see, we got some bolts. We got some Go Lithium Intelligent Power decals in there. Man, we got a shirt in here too. That's cool. Large. Hey, AJ, I'm a little guy. I need a small. But that's cool. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. These things are packaged. I'll tell you that. They are in here. They're tiny. Holy moly. Oh, dude. That's freaking crazy cool. So I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but check that out. Dentley, smile, you're alive. That is a quote from Dalton. My little one, sure do miss him. Man, that's freaking cool. Smile, you're alive. People want to know why I smile all the time? Because Dalton told me to. Smile, you're alive. Man, this thing is freaking sweet. And it ain't just one. I see, whoop, I see another one. Bam! Got two of these bad boys. That's freaking cool. And they're light. Man, they're light. That's freaking awesome. Go Lithium. Let's go. Don't know what we got in here. Oh, charger. So you got to have a lithium charger, obviously, like your RC car. Comes with a user manual. I hope the user manual has photos. That's cool. Complete setup here, y'all. Go Lithium. Let's go. Look at that. We're going to save some weight on this 5,000 pounder. Boom. Smile, you're alive, people. Dalton said so. Dentley, let's go. We got to go to work now. We got to put some nice, tiny, lightweight batteries in. Go Lithium. I love it. That's cool. So I love the bed cover. I love the bed cover. Not necessarily love so much where the old battery is. I'm hoping I don't bend anything and I can get it out. I don't know how Jeffrey got that piece of aluminum in there. It's because he's a craftsman. All right, old battery coming out. I hope. Let's go. Got to get them forearms warmed up and ready. Come out that little hole there. Here we go. Come on. Man up. Get it done. Try not to break nothing at the same time, no. Here we go. That boy is heavy. Holy moly, it's heavy. Yikes. Yikes. Be a man. Ain't that what that guy on Instagram says? Be a man. And I was. Holy crap, y'all, that's heavy. Whoop! Out. Thank goodness. Now, let's get prepared to put the lighter ones in here. That wasn't horrible, to be honest with you, other than being heavy. We are going to weigh this battery versus the Go Lithium, though. We're going to do that. Got the big boy battery on there. 50, if you're squared up with it. 50 pounds, y'all, for the battery that come out of Dentley. Let's check the little guys. Holy crap-ola, y'all. Call it, it's 14 pounds. And it's both of them. Look, there's one, there's one. 14 pounds. Dentley's gonna be light. All right, that's awesome. Dentley, lightweight Go Lithiums, awesome. Should be a big day. 5 gallons of gas, 93 pump gas. The batteries are charged. Big day. So the things that we got to do for firing up Dentley. What have we done? I guess it's been a few weeks. Transmission's fresh. It's back in there. So we got to check transmission fluid. That's one. We did the heater hose thing. Got to check for leaks. Make sure it's full of coolant. That's 2. We've got to check for fuel leaks because we put new filtration system on here. So we got to check for leaks for that. And then 4, new batteries, not a problem. New Go Lithium's in there. So we are now lithium. Does that make us an EV? We got lithium batteries? Nah, I'm not a fan at all of the whole EV thing. But I am glad to have that power that the lithium batteries are going to give us. So we got to make sure when we turn the power on, we don't let the smoke out because I'm not an electrician. And it'll be 0 to do with the batteries, but more to do with the interior lights that we worked on. So I'm going to dump fuel in. First check will be for fuel leaks. And then we'll fire this bad boy up. Unfortunately, 70 degrees yesterday. Beautiful. Today, 40 and rain. So, was hoping for a backyard burnout, but probably not going to happen. Dentley, let's go to work. Step 1, fuel's in. Step 2 is turn the power on. Oh, power switch. Let's make sure there's no smoke under there. Looks good. Wasn't worried about under there anyway. Give it the sniff test, see no smoke, make a lap around here, everything looks good. All right, next thing, number 2 on the list. Let's turn some power on and check for fuel leaks. All right, I heard the pump come on and cut off, which means it has built pressure. Dry. Also dry. See no drips. Head line off underneath. See nothing there. So, step number 3 will be put some fire in this Hemi. I think before I do that though, I'm going to take the radiator cap off and put my radiator funnel deal in there. So when it circulates, I can pour some antifreeze in it. All right, let me do that and then we'll fire this thing up, hopefully. All right, before I got ready to fire it up, I spotted a drip. Probably means I got a line loose. All right, up she goes on the bin pack. We do not want any fuel leaks. That's not a good thing. Let's see what I messed up. Under the truck here. See that dripping? That could be a problem. Let me go grab a new Russell wrench. See if that's loose. I got a feeling it's not. You will notice that is not a Russell fitting on that end of the hose. That could be a major problem. Because getting that hose out and put an end on it may not be fun. Let's hope it's loose. We'll find out. All right. I did not find that to be really loose. So, I'm going to climb up here, turn the fuel back on, and see if it's leaking out of the end of this. I mean, I barely got a little turn on it, but not much. Let me turn the pump on, see if we got issues or not. Pump is on. And we got a leaker. Dang it. It's coming out right there. All right. Nothing's ever easy, is it? Means we got to get the fuel out. of the line. Maybe I can put another fitting right on there. That's what we're gonna try to do. What you do care about is why has it got a leak? See that? Can we see that? So I don't know exactly how that happened, but probably was fine till I started moving lines around. I probably did something wrong when I put the fitting together. Pretty simple. Now the problem is I've got to cut that off clean, put another fitting on. That's easy enough. If I have one, I think I do. But I got to get that line off, and it's not the easiest thing. Let me see if I can show you. So I undid clamps there. There's another clamp up there, more clamps there, and then in between the bell housing and the engine is where that line runs to a Y. Why that's going to be difficult to get off. And I've got to do that because if I cut that line off, it's going to be bits of stuff in there, which will go directly to the injector because there are 3 fuel filters. They're all behind that. Anyway, I wish it was as simple as take a pair of scissors and cut that off. Not that simple. That hose is pretty tough. So, ain't nothing to do but do it. Got it out. Yep. Pretty long piece of hose. Thought maybe I could show this a little better. What made the leak? See that? That is an installation error. It's me. That's improper installation. It's okay. I got another one, brand new Russell 10. I'll whiz the end of that off, put the fitting on, wash it out with some CRC brake clean and some high pressure air, and we'll be good to go. Then I'll wrestle it back in there, put all those clamps back on. She's back in. Hadn't clamped it back up yet, but bolted all back together. Let's pull the power on, see if we got any more leaks. There goes the pump. Run over here, pump cut off. I can hear the return running back there. That's dry, looks good. Also dry. Now, get our fuel bucket out of the way. Check that out. That is VPC16 that was left in the bottom of the tank. Power back off. Let's put her back down a little bit and fire that Hemi up. Let's not put it back down and put all the clamps back on the fuel lines. Then we'll let it down and fire the Hemi up. Think we're ready. Power back on. Power on. Man, 13.3 on the volts. That's a good thing. Let's see how this Go Lithium battery sounds spinning this thing over. We're in park. Okay, our goofy frickin' hydro boost feels funky. Put her were in reverse, I didn't really feel nothing. Oh, I felt that at first. Just shifted through all the gears. Oh, I didn't feel reverse because you got to push the trans brake button. Got the brakes on back in park. Let's go check the fluid. Added some fluid, temperature's coming up. That's the reason I did that, so that it can get all the air out of the system. Crank her on down, baby. There we go, now I'll add some more. If you followed Dentley long enough, you will know that way back when we first got this thing back from SEMA, we had all kinds of problems with the hydro boost system. And when me and JC pushed and towed Billy Hop into the shop in the freezing cold, it pushed a bunch of fluid out of the top of the power steering pump because it wasn't running. So I was checking transmission fluid and it just starts shuddering like you would not believe. So I think we're back into hydro boost bleeding situation again. I'm not a fan. Hydro boost system problems. I know they're really good, but this has been an ongoing issue. All right, truck's in park. We're going to fire it back up and see if the steering wheel is still shuddering. If it's not, we're going to check transmission fluid. I just added another quart. Check transmission fluid. A bigger smile has returned to my face. Transmission fluid full. Jack rail with the power steering. No more quiver. Bolts are good. Oil pressure's good. Temperature's good. Now all we need is a dry driveway for a burnout. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen. Looks like for the next few days. Let me cut this baby off. All right. I have felt like, everything wasn't quite right with Dentley not going, but holy moly, the last few weeks we've got a lot done, and this is going to be the boringest video you have ever watched. Let me sit down on the tailgate and let's go over everything. You have seen this in videos. We had Mr. David Page over from Metalbrock. He added a shift light, which now needs to be set up because we couldn't start it. We had the transmission out down to TCI. I took y'all there, found out what was wrong with it. They freshened it up. I took you back when we dynoed it. We fixed the overhead lights in the, I guess they're map lights. We fixed a heater hose problem. We found out about some awesome new Gates clamps that we got from WireCare. What else did we do? Another thing we did was the Go Lithium batteries. Man, this thing spins fast now. I cannot get over how light they are. 36 pounds we saved over the old battery. That is massive, huge. And here I go, I'm still rambling, but Go Lithium, thank you. Dentley's got the power. It's now a lithium-powered truck. Again, how many times am I going to say again? I am not a fan of electric cars, but I'm a fan of the Go Lithium and the power that it gave us for making this thing spin over. We added our Russell fuel filter system, which I think looks really cool and race car-ish. Now that I think about it, that may look a little more NASCAR-ish than drag car, but I don't care. I like it. Easy to get to. We fixed, a fuel leak that I created at some point, and it could have been leaking previous to that, but we got that done. Transmission's back in. She's run. She's full of fluid. It's honestly ready for a test drive. But this truck is flat black, and rain spots and flat black paint do not go together. I personally do not like the flat black paint. I think it looks good. I think it looks really good. But the durability of it, not so much. It's how Dalton painted it, and that's how it is, flat black. But man, you touch this thing, it's scratch. You get oil on it and wipe it off, you have shined the paint. So I'm not a fan of the durability of it. Probably should have painted it flat black and put a satin clear over it. Probably shoulda, coulda, woulda. We didn't. Now it's to the point that if you wanted to fix everything that's wrong with it, that means another paint job, which would be paint job number 3, because it's shiny black underneath. Dalton painted it flat black. Let's Race Cars repainted it flat black before it went to SEMA show for CRC. Anyway, guys, again, boringest video ever, but I so much appreciate y'all following along the adventures of Dentley, me being here at the shop. This was a little odd because some of this was before I went to the race shop. Now this is after. Anyway, you guys are the best for following along, watching Dentley. I really wanted to do a big burnout for you guys, but it's just not going to happen. Well, it'd be a wet burnout outside today. All right, I'm rambling. Dentley's back. It's ready for the racetrack. Fingers crossed that maybe it's warm enough. No promises. Maybe it's warm enough and a track is open somewhat nearby. It would be 8th Mile, which I'm fine with. Find out if we can improve on what we have done in the past. Get a little more data, because Mr. Jeff Reed told us the data we had was pretty much useless to find out if we needed to change the torque converter or not. But that's what testing's all about. Appreciate you guys so much for watching, liking, subscribing, sharing. You know what I don't ever tell you? Please share this with your friends. It helps drive the algorithm. If people that haven't typically watched our channel go and watch it. So share it with your friends. Do me a favor. Comment down below. Tell me I shared it with a friend. Be a friend and share with a friend. Appreciate you guys watching. See you in the next one.
I like how the machismo came out there. 185 by guys.
I'm sweating a little bit.
I gotta write that one down though.
All right, so Dr. Derek, Dr. Kayla's here, and we have the old grip strength meter. Is that what that's called?
Dynamometer.
Dynamometer.
Same thing you put a Pro Mod car on or whatever. Find out horsepower. We're finding horsepower of your hand.
All right. Not the winner. Not the winner, not the winner, not the winner. Not the winner. Not the winner. Christopher, the cameraman. Also dirt bike rider.
Yeah, that was my secret.
That is the old throttle hand, so.
Yes, it's this one.
Yeah. It also would be the brakes. You use fingers on the
Yeah,
brakes?
I'll wake up like this, you know?
Yeah. Kayla recorded the numbers, but I'm not telling y'all mine. Just saying.